Don't Call Saul, Better Call Nobody. Let's talk about Nobody 2. Nobody 2 starring Bob Odenkirk and also Christopher Lloyd, which I didn't realize until halfway through the second movie that it was Christopher Lloyd. It's about a man that used to be like a hitman or something like that, and now he's just trying to live his normal life. But of course, his hitman past comes back and he has to fight everyone and blah blah blah. It's like a John Wick, but it's like a chiller version of a John Wick. It's not as it's not as well choreographed as John Wick, and then the storyline isn't as strong as it is. So like it's probably I shouldn't compare it to John Wick, but like I don't know what else to really compare it to because that's the feeling that I get from it. Bob Odenkirk definitely is the backbone of this movie, which of course he's the main actor, but I feel like everyone else kind of doesn't. I don't know. I feel like this movie is very mediocre is what I'm trying to say. I'm trying to say it in a really nice way, but the reality of it is that this movie is okay, and I don't think that it deserved a part 2. Part 1, I was watching it at home before going to see part 2, and I found myself very bored. About an hour in, I paused the movie to watch some TikTok, and I don't know if that's just me because of my attention span, but I definitely felt myself being like, all right, when is this movie going to be over? And this movie is only an hour and a half. Both movies are only an hour and a half. So I felt like I shouldn't feel like that from an hour and a half movie. I feel like when you do make these kind of movies and you're going to kind of be lackluster in a way, I feel like it has to either come from the story is lackluster or the action is lackluster. But I feel like with this movie, both of the storyline and the action were mediocre. I feel like they just kind of are like, let's be average and just push a movie out to make money. And I'm like, okay, that's fine, but I just don't think it deserved a part 2, especially seeing part 1. Because I would understand if part 1 was like amazing, then it deserves a part 2, but I just didn't get that feeling. Part 2, I will say, is better than part 1. And as I'm talking about it, I'm trying to remember what happened in the movie. I'm so sorry. I'm actually I don't want to like trash on this movie because it's not bad. I just feel like I see so many movies. As a person that watches 2 to 3 movies a week in the theaters, you have to be a standout. I feel like if you are an average movie goer, one, if you love Bob Odenkirk, if you loved part 1, then yeah, you're going to be like, this movie was really great. The action is a 10. Bob Odenkirk is amazing. He's really good looking. Bob Odenkirk, let's talk about him for a second. Yes, he's 60. Listen, yes, he is 60 years old or 62 or something like that. And he looks really good with the beard. And that's why I don't know if I can watch Better Call Saul. Yes, I haven't seen it. I have seen Breaking Bad, but I haven't seen Better Call Saul. But anyways, Better Call Saul, he doesn't have the beard moment. You know what I mean? And I'm really liking the beard moment. Anyways, sorry, back to the movie itself. I'm trying to remember what actually happened in this movie. Oh, so they go on a vacation because Bob, I don't know the guy's name. I don't know his character's name, but Bob is wanting to have a vacation with his kids because after going back to this like fighting company, whatever thing, he's been really like an absent dad and an absent husband. So he's like, okay, I don't want to take this next mission. I just want to go on vacation with my kids and my wife. And the mission people are like, well, we'll see. we'll see. And so he tries to go on vacation. Of course it goes wrong, it goes left. I did like how they had the son kind of be similar to the dad and have it like his anger issues. I did like that scene because I was mad too. The arcade scene when the little bully wanted to rip up his sister's, okay, there's a lot of words, okay? When the bully wanted to rip up the sister's little stuffed animal, and so the brother had to stand up for his sister, as he should. And then they tried to de-escalate the situation. They tried to leave, right? And Bob was like, all right, let's go. And then the security guard wanted to hit the back of the little girl's head. What? He wanted to tip her hat at the back of her head. Everybody's dying. I'm surprised people survive. So they try to leave, and the wife is like, leave it. Like, leave it alone, leave it, go. And Bob is like, no, I just left my phone. No, I just, she's like, no, don't go back into it. He's like, I just left my phone. And yeah, he messes those people up, as he should, because Are you joking? I would have. Oh yeah, yeah. When I was in the theater, I was kind of I was being black in the theater because I was like, what? I was like, did anybody else see this? So I like that scene. I feel like this and what I'm about to say also applies to part one. I feel like they focused on a lot of like clips, like things that could be clippable for TikTok or clippable for YouTube. But the movie as a whole is like, okay, cool. There's a lot of montages. Actually, part one has more montages and like needle drops. And this movie does as well. And I'm like, okay, great, awesome. This looks really pretty. They have explosions and fight scenes, but give us something. So let me not overthink this. Let me stop. Yeah, this movie's a fun time. Like, just if you're looking for a fun time, go watch this movie. Sure, whatever. Christopher Lloyd, it's a cute little button. I know that he's like probably like 85 or something like that, but he's a cute little button. And yes, I did not notice it was him until he said the word hamburgers. And when he said hamburgers, I was like, you sound like the guy from Back to the Future. And so I looked it up and I was like, oh, it's Christopher. That is Christopher Lloyd. He looks different. Um, Anyways, what else happens in this movie? Or I don't know. The whole corrupt. Yeah, you have to turn your brain off for this movie. This isn't a complex movie. The whole corrupt city or the corrupt town thing was kind of like, why? Okay, I understand the town's corrupt. Got it. But why am I having to be involved in this? I just wanted to. First of all, your son came from my son. So why am I now involved in your city's corruption thing? Oh, because my son twisted your son's arm, and now he twisted his arm, and his arm might be a little bit hurt for his baseball game. Oh, so now I'm involved in your corrupt city situation. Doesn't make it like so that killed me a little bit because he had to be fully involved because after the fight scene in the arcade happened, right? The cops are following him around while he's just trying to have fun with his kid. The cops are following him around. And it was because it was y'all's fault. So I'm involved. So that and then that's the rest of the movie. That he's fully involved for the rest of the movie. And he saves the day, blah blah blah. And yeah, it's definitely a shot for shot same as the first movie. And for Freakier Friday, I was fine with that because it was 20 years later and it's a fun comedy. But for this one, I was like, I mean, I guess that's the same thing with John Wick. What am I trying to say? I think I just like John Wick. I think I'm just gonna go watch John Wick again. Yeah, my review's done. I'm done talking about this movie because it was okay. I'm gonna end up forgetting it within the next 24 hours, honestly. My rating for this is a 6 out of 10. Part 1 gets a 5 out of 10. If you saw Nobody, let me know down in the comments. If there's a movie you want me to watch, let me know. Make sure to like, subscribe. I'll see y'all later. Bye.